So I first made the decision to start selling on eBay back when I was in school, and the method that I was using was retail arbitrage. And the way that this works is that I would go to a retail store, find items that were selling for a cheaper price, maybe because they were on sale. I would buy all of them, I would list them on my eBay store, and whenever I made a sale, I would package up the order and send it out to the customer. This definitely worked well, and it also works well today, but the only disadvantage with doing this method is that you're not going to be able to get a consistent inventory coming in. So I always found myself having to close down listings, which isn't really good to do when it comes to building up a sustainable eBay store. So this now got me to the point where I had to figure out a more long-term solution, and I had to look at what the big eBay sellers were doing. And I soon realized that the majority of them were selling items every single day that they had listed almost over 7 years ago. So I had to do a little bit of research and figure out exactly how they were doing it. And after a couple weeks, even up to a month's worth of research, I found out that they were buying products in bulk from overseas, mainly China. Around this time, I didn't even know that China was a thing when it came to normal people like me and you being able to contact suppliers in China for them to be able to ship us products in bulk at a discounted price for us to sell on eBay. I always assumed that you needed to be some sort of millionaire, billionaire business for you to be able to reach out to suppliers, when that couldn't be far from the truth. Even if you've got as little as $500, $1,000, you're going to be able to buy products in bulk that you're going to be able to sell for a profit. And as soon as I found out all of this, I now needed to spend some time to figure out exactly how I was even going to reach out to Chinese suppliers in the first place. And this is when I came across a website called Alibaba.com. And I'm sure by now 90% of you guys that are watching this video already know exactly what Alibaba.com is, but for the 10% that don't know, it's a website that anyone can sign up to, and it's basically a directory that's going to give you access to thousands and thousands of different suppliers that are based all around the world. But I would say that majority of the suppliers on Alibaba are based in China. And one interesting fact is most businesses all around the world, including Amazon sellers, eBay sellers, Etsy sellers, Shopify sellers, majority of them find suppliers that are based on Alibaba.com, and anyone, again, including me and you, can do the exact same thing. So that's exactly what I did. I jumped onto Alibaba just like this, and I needed to figure out exactly which product was going to be the best one for me to sell. Now, there's so many different ways that you can do product research, but I'm just going to quickly show you an example of exactly what I had to do when it came to figuring out exactly how I was going to find the best product that was going to allow me to be able to generate sales on a consistent basis. So for example, you can just jump onto Alibaba.com just like this, come over to featured selections, then click on top ranking. From here, you're going to be able to get an idea of all of these different products that are currently available on Alibaba. But if I just keep scrolling down, the aim of the game for me at this point was to find a product that I knew that I was going to be able to sell to the best of my ability. I was going to be able to communicate with all of my buyers. And most importantly, I also had passion when it came to selling it, so that if I came across any obstacles, I knew that I was going to be able to keep going. Now, I'm not going to show you the exact product that allowed me to scale to $100,000, but I'm just going to use this one right here as an example, which is microphones. So as you can see, there's all of these different microphones that are currently available to start buying on Alibaba.com right now. And even though, yes, microphones are available, Alibaba is saying that they're currently doing well, I still needed to go away and do product research to make sure that the product that I decided to sell was actually being sold on eBay and people was making money from it. And one of the tools that you can use to figure all of this out is this one over here called Zik Analytics. Now, the reason why Zik Analytics is so useful is because you're going to be able to click into the product research section over here. Then you're going to be able to type in the item that you're searching for, which is microphone. You're going to be able to set all of these different filters. I'm going to leave it as it is, and then I'm just going to click on search. And right there, as you can see, over $33,000 has been spent on microphones in the last 30 days alone. I can also see that it has a successful listing rate of over 57%. But the most important thing that I had to do when it came to me going from $0 to my first $100,000 is to make sure that there was a seller that was selling microphones that was making good money. And Zik Analytics is going to be able to help you out with that as well, because if you just scroll down just like this, you're going to be able to see all of these different eBay sellers, and you're going to be able to see which microphones they're selling. But if you just click on this one that says scan seller, it's going to take you directly to the eBay sellers page. And straight away, we can see that this eBay store has brought in over $1.2 million in the last 30 days alone. And of course, if you scroll down, you're going to be able to see the exact products that brought in the most money for them over the past month. Now, the reason why this page over here was pivotal when it came to me succeeding as an eBay seller is because if there is a seller that's making over $1 million in a single month, if I'm able to see exactly which items they're selling and I sell the exact same ones, yes, I might not make over $1 million in a single month, but I might make $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000. So that's the mindset that I used when it came to building up my eBay business from zero to $100,000 and then eventually over $1 million. And before I forget, if you also wanted to sign up to Zik Analytics, you're going to be able to do it by clicking the link in my description. And you're also going to be able to get a 7-day trial as well so that you can test it out and see if it's something that you want to use over the long term. But this now brings me on to 3 different tips that I want to leave you guys with that I wish someone sat me down and told me on day 1 when I first made the decision to start selling on eBay. And tip number 1 is to make sure that you're creating the best listings possible. Because I made sure to use custom listing templates, I also made sure to put all of the information about the products in an easy to understand way, as well as all of the information about postage, returns, payments, everything like that. I can definitely say that this was a contributing factor to me making my first $100,000, because you have to remember that the only thing that's separating you and a potential buyer, and the only thing that's going to allow the customer to feel comfortable giving you their hard-earned money is going to be the listing. Most brand new sellers don't really think about this, and because of that, they end up using plain text. Maybe they have typos in their listing as well, but it's super important to make sure that you're using the right title, using the right images, and you're also making sure to be as specific when it comes to all of the different features of the product that you're selling. And this now brings me on to tip 2, which is to create a brand that allows customers to trust you automatically. So one of the biggest changes that I made to my eBay store to allow me to start seeing many more sales coming through the door was the fact that I branded my eBay store around the niche of the products that I was selling. And I'm not necessarily saying that you're not able to have success if you're selling general products, but if you are able to sell products from one specific niche and the name of your business, the name of your store, everything is centered around that niche, automatically you're going to be able to get more sales. This is because customers are going to see you as an expert for the products, and most people don't want to waste their time ordering something just for them to receive an item that doesn't work, or maybe it's the wrong item and now they have to waste time going to the post office. So one of the quickest ways that you're going to be able to buy the customer's trust is by presenting yourself as an expert, and the easiest way to do that is to center your business around the type of items that you're selling. Not only is it going to allow customers to trust you, but you're also going to be able to charge slightly higher than your competition. Many of the items that I was selling around that time and I'm still selling now, I'm selling it for maybe double the price than what my competition's selling it for, because I mainly sell to British customers and I've branded my business as a British company, which means that I'm able to charge a little bit more and beat out all of my Chinese competition that's offering lower prices. And the third tip that allowed me to make my first $100,000 as a brand new eBay seller was rinse and repeating. And by this, what I mean is that the formula to selling on eBay isn't really that difficult. It simply comes down to finding a winning product, branding your store, making sure that you're consistently finding new winning products, creating new listings, and rinse and repeating that entire cycle. And if you're able to be consistent when it comes to doing all of this, then being able to make your first 50K, 100K, even $1 million isn't going to be difficult. With any online business out there, it realistically comes down to rinse and repeating what works. Once you find a strategy, once you find a method that you know is going to generate revenue, then it's going to be your job to make sure that you continue doing that over and over again and stick to the basics. And I also made sure to not give up too soon as well. There's always going to be obstacles when it comes to trying to do anything in life, but it's your job as the entrepreneur to make sure that you're sticking with what you set out to do from the very beginning. Because I always knew that I wanted to be an eBay seller, yes, there was so many different obstacles on my journey to making my first $100,000, but because I knew that there was other people out there that was making $1 million every single month, some people were making up to $2 million $100 every single month. I always told myself that they're no better than me, and if they was able to figure it out, then I can also do the exact same thing too. And this is the mindset that you need to have as well if you want to succeed as an eBay seller. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when new videos have been released. And if you also want to get a little bit more information on the step-by-step process when it comes to building up an eBay business, you can check the first link in the description down below, because that's going to take you to Project eBay, which is my step-by-step guide. I put all of my knowledge, everything that I've learned when it came to making my first $100,000 in this guide. So if you want to check it out, make sure that you click the first link in the description. And if you also want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where I break down a lot of the key things that I needed to know when it came to me going from $100,000 to over $1 million as an eBay seller, you're going to be able to watch that one by clicking the link over there. Check that out straight after this, because it's already helped out so many people, and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.